Alright guys, my name is Shervin. Welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to talk about the best Canadian travel credit cards. Now these cards are essentially credit cards that enable you to collect points in order to redeem them for free travel from anywhere to anywhere else in the world. They also come with a ton of great perks for frequent travelers, such as access to VIP lounges at airports, cheaper upgrades for seats, cheaper upgrades at hotels, insurance for lost baggage, insurance for flight delays, insurance for medical emergencies while you're abroad, and a lot more perks of the such. Now, if you yourself are a frequent flyer, or you are someone who loves to travel at least once or twice a year, then these cards are definitely worth a look. And if you watch till the end of this video, I will help you find the perfect card for you that'll help you get the most amount of rewards in the shortest amount of time. Now in this video, I'm going to focus mostly on the Aeroplan program, which is the best program here in Canada for collecting points from credit cards and redeeming them for flights. It essentially gives you the best value compared to all the other competitive programs out there. And the first card that we're going to take a look at is the American Express Aeroplan Reserve card. Now this card comes with an amazing sign-up bonus of 30,000 points for making your first purchase, and then 5,000 for every month that you spend at least $1,000 on this card for the first 12 months. So that adds up to a maximum of 90,000 bonus points just for signing up and using this card. Now, each of these points is worth about 2 cents. So essentially with the 90,000 points, you're getting $450 for free in travel just by signing up and using this card. Just put your normal expenses on it, don't put anything else on it, and as long as your normal expenses are about $1,000 a month, you should be able to get the full bonus amount just by signing up and putting your normal expenses on it. Also with this card, you receive 3 points for every dollar spent on Air Canada, 2 points for every dollar spent on restaurants, and 1.25 points for every dollar spent on anything else. So you can start accumulating all those points and redeem them for travel as soon as possible. But the truly amazing thing about this card is all the perks that come with it. And as well as all the coverages that I talked about earlier, you also receive full and unlimited access to any Maple Leaf lounge across the world. You also receive access to thousands of other airport lounges as long as you don't use them more than 6 times a year. You also receive purchase protection, where if you want to return something and they don't accept your return, you can always go through your credit card and ask for a return. You can also get an extended warranty up to 2 years, more than what the company itself is covering for you. So you get a ton of amazing perks with this card. That being said, this card comes with a huge fee of $5.99 a year. Now this fee might be a little too much for you. And if that's the case, you might want to go with the little brother version of this card, which has a lower annual fee, and it pretty much has all the same perks, except it offers a smaller bonus point. It offers less points on your purchases, and it doesn't have access to all the airport lounges. But other than that, it has all the other perks that might be beneficial to you. Next up, we're going to take a look at the Aeroplan cards offered by TD. And the first card we're going to take a look at is a card with a ridiculously long name. And that is the TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite Privilege Credit Card. I mean, seriously, is that the name of a card or an address? Now, this card comes with an amazing sign-up bonus of 20,000 Aeroplan points for making your first purchase with this card. And on top of that, you'll receive 45,000 points as long as you spend $1,000 in the first 90 days, which is pretty much manageable for all of us. We all spend at least $1,000 in any 3-month span of time. So you can just put that expense on this card and get the amazing sign-up bonus for up to 65,000 Aeroplan points. And of course, you can get even more Aeroplan points through every single dollar that you spend on this card, where you receive 2 points for every dollar spent at Air Canada. You receive 1.5 points for every dollar spent on gas, groceries, or food, and 1 point for everything else. And of course, this card also has all the amazing perks that we just discussed with the American Express card, where you have access to Maple Leaf lounges across the world. You have access to thousands of other airport lounges. You also have all the amazing coverages when it comes to travel, so you are covered in every sense of the matter when it comes to this card. That said, this card also comes with the incredibly high $5.99 fee annually, so if that's a little too much for you, you might want to consider some of the cheaper options that are offered by TD, where you don't get all these amazing perks. Maybe you don't get access to the lounges, and you don't have some of the coverages, and you also receive less points for every dollar that you spend, as well as a smaller sign-up bonus that comes with these cards. That being said, you still are able to accumulate Aeroplan points and still get some of these perks with those other cards. Next up, we're going to take a look at the cards offered by CIBC. And even though the premium cards aren't quite up to par with the cards that we just discussed over at TD and American Express, they do offer a no-fee card. In fact, this is the only Aeroplan no-fee card that you can find today in Canada. So if you're someone who's looking for a no-fee card, then this is the perfect option for you, where you're still getting a pretty decent sign-up bonus with 10,000 Aeroplan points just for signing up with this card. As well as that, you're receiving a 1 Aeroplan point for every dollar spent on gas, groceries, or Air Canada travels. And also you're receiving a 1 point for every $1.50 spent on everything else. Now you do miss out on some of the incredible perks that we talked about with the other cards, such as access to the Maple Leaf lounges, access to thousands of other VIP lounges across the world, as well as all the amazing coverages, but you are still able to accumulate Aeroplan points through your credit card, and you are also getting some of those basic coverages as well. So my recommendation to you would be, if you are someone who is looking for a no-fee credit card and you don't quite travel enough to justify the $600 fee every single year, then I would go with the CIBC card. That said, if you are someone who travels a lot and someone who doesn't mind paying a hefty fee for a credit card, then I would suggest going with one of the TD or American Express options. And I would suggest, if you are someone who spends a lot of money on a regular basis, going with the American Express option, as you can get a lot more points for just signing up. But that said, if you are not someone who can essentially put $1,000 every single month on this card and get all the amazing sign-up bonuses, then you might as well just go with the TD option, as it is a lot easier to get the sign-up bonus for that card. All right, that's about it, you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let me know down below if you have any questions about any of these cards. I'd be always happy to help you out. As well as this, I'm going to put a link to the playlist for all my credit card videos, where I discuss other types of credit cards like no-fee credit cards, student credit cards, just stuff like that. If you are interested in checking those out, go for it. Check them out. As always, I would really appreciate a like and a subscribe. It really helps me out a lot, so I would really appreciate your support. And with that said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.